This is a video that I thought I would never make. A letter that I never thought I would give, but I might as well try. Many of you probably remember my rants. It's probably why you subbed to me in the first place. I did a rant about the MMD community, and it was all fun and games until kids started to get discouraged. I never meant to crush any dreams or anything, I really didn't. But for all of you young MMD'ers, let me tell you my story. When I was 9 years old, I saw this video that you're watching right now. It's not very good, but it's what I found. I wanted to make my own animation. I wanted to make my own models and movements, and I really just wanted to make my own world. I didn't have a very good childhood. I didn't have any friends because I was that weird kid in school that sat in the corner and doodled, which is what I'm showing you on the screen. School was hard, and I definitely was the odd man out, but when I saw how nice the old MMD community was, I felt welcomed. At this point, I didn't know what MMD even was. Turns out, it was free, which for any young person is good. I downloaded the first version of MMD to ever be made from VPVP, and I did not know what to do. How did I make her move? How did I make animations? There weren't any tutorials when I started, so I didn't really know what to do. It was also about this time when I started to look up to people. I loved Tim Burton and Steven Spielberg, but I didn't know where to even begin to do what they did. I was the weird one after all, and these were big, successful men. If you couldn't tell, I had no confidence. Even though I didn't have much confidence, I didn't really have much to do to begin with. I had nobody to hang out with, and my family only bought me girl toys, which weren't very fun. You can't draw all day either, so I was stuck with MMD. I started to play around with it, and in the meanwhile I did a bit of studying. I figured out big terms like axis and FPS, and not only did I know what they meant after a quick Google search, but I knew how to apply those words to MMD. I was 9 when I discovered SCAD. Never heard of it? The Savannah College of Art and Design is the most prestigious art school in the world. I would never get in there though, but you know, I really wanted to go before I even became a teenager. Instead of making friends for the years to come, I kept playing around with MMD. Later on, PMX Editor became a resource, and I was able to make my very own models. Obviously, I didn't know what to do at first. You know how women say that men throw out the instruction manual and then get frustrated when they can't put their project together? Well, that's sort of what I did. I refused to watch any tutorials because I could teach myself. I did teach myself too, and to be honest, I taught myself pretty damn good. Then my freshman and sophomore year, I began to pick up my feet and I got pretty popular. I had gotten about 500 followers by that time, which was way out of my realm of imagination. It might not seem like much to you, but it was the world to me. No matter how many nasty comments I got, they were always drowned out by the little start button up at the top right. And it made me finally, after 7 years, feel good about myself and what I did. This only drove my passion harder, and my junior year, tragedy struck. I felt a terrible pain in my right side, which threw me on the floor. I thought I was going to die. That pain was kidney stones, one 12mm and the other 10. Not to be gross, but my urethra was too small to pass them, which caused grinding, sandpaper, horrible pain to my insides. For 7 months, the doctors made me suffer because they couldn't find it. After leaving the horrible Tanner health system and going to a real doctor in Atlanta, they immediately knew what was wrong and fixed it. By this time, I had missed my entire first semester of my junior year of high school. I missed my marching band season, I missed a drumline, and worst of all, I was stuck at home, still with no friends. This gave me plenty of time to animate, and between passing out from pain meds and doing my schoolwork from homebound studies, I used my other time to make pictures. Then it was time for my senior year, and time went by. September of my senior year, a representative from the college of my dreams would be meeting with certain kids in a Starbucks near where I lived. I almost didn't go, and if it hadn't been for my mom, I wouldn't have a purpose right now. I met with the man whose name was Mo, and we had a great time. He was extremely nice until he saw my art. He looked kinda shocked, and then he looked at me, and I'll never forget the words he said to me. "You made this when you were 13? There's no doubt you'll get accepted." I told him I hoped so, because I had loved the college since I was about 9. And he stared at me for a minute, scribbled something in his notebook, and smiled at me before he packed his things, wished me good luck, and gave me a hug. I still didn't believe I would ever get in, but in October, it happened.
What? What's wrong? Did I get accepted into SCAD?
You did. They called today.
Because of MMD, I got accepted into the school I had my heart set on since I was a child. Because of MMD, I gained the confidence I never had. And because of MMD, I have over 2,000 followers that I love more than the world itself. Thank you for loving me, accepting me, and making my dreams finally come true. And before you bash MMD for being a freeware program, just remember, you can go anywhere with anything if you have the passion and drive to do it.